y'all, where did everybody go? Like, I feel like one of those reasons was because DoDash, her journey and her upward climb on YouTube really inspired a lot of people to jump on the platform. And what also came with that was a lot of people speaking about DoDash to also gain views or blow their channel up and etc. And there was a time, if I must be totally honest with y'all, where I wanted to give my own feedback and thoughts about the DoDash thing, but I kind of try to stay out of it. I feel like it was like YouTube politics. I just want to know if everybody left because they didn't see the instant gratification or satisfaction that they were looking for. But it also annoyed me because during that time came a lot of YouTubers and people who were telling people that it's very easy to grow on YouTube, that you could get monetized in 30 days, that you can gain 1,000 subscribers overnight. You know, just all these hacks and tips and tricks and misinformation. And I feel like during that time, for some reason, a lot of people were really drawn to that idea because we have a lot of people who are sick of their jobs. We have a lot of people who just feel like, you know, what they're doing is not worth their time and they want to become an influencer or a full-time creator. And I get that. But I do feel like I called it out months ago that people would get tired if you were just there to just grow on YouTube. It troubles me because I don't even see those people posting anymore. Some of those people that I've subscribed to have finally got to follow back after YouTube stopped playing around and fixed my subscribe feature. They're not even there anymore. So it's kind of disappointing. And I made this video because I want to tell you guys, like, don't quit. Don't quit because you don't see what you want to see. Like, for some of you, because I was going to say, try to make at least over 100 videos and test the waters before you just say it's not working out. You cannot make 2 to 3 videos and be like, oh, you know, how come this person got 57K views and I only got 30? You're not out there yet. Nobody really knows who you are. And I'm just going to keep it 100%. You're not putting in enough work to see those views. Some of those people have hundreds and thousands of subscribers, and those 57,000 or so views is just a fragment of their subscribers watching their content. If you have 10 subscribers, of course you don't have 57K views. You can if your video goes viral, but the issue with going viral is that going viral itself is overrated. I've now gone viral about 2 to 3 times, and it hasn't really amounted for anything, except for the fact that it did give me close to enough watch hours to reach my YouTube milestone, right? But once I reach that YouTube milestone, that'll be great for YouTube. But like, is it really going to do much for me? It's really probably not. However, it does give me the ability to reach more people than I've ever reached. So I'm happy and I'm satisfied with that. They didn't anticipate a strategy to keep up with posting once they found their subscribers. They didn't anticipate analytics. They didn't understand really how the platform itself even worked. So I've been really lucky to partner with and work with people to kind of take the time out to explain to them, like, hey, YouTube is not one of those platforms. It ain't it. If you're coming here for instant gratification, YouTube probably is not the place where you want to be at, you know? Posting everything is easy. Once you get to understand how to create the channel and you get past the technicalities of that, like how to upload and what settings you should do, I'm telling you, after the first 2 or 3 videos, it becomes like routine, right? So those are the easy parts of the process. The parts that are not easy is really understanding and digging deeper into the analytics and being open and willing enough to review those analytics to see if it's something that even matters enough to you to grow. If you see like some sort of upward climb and you're not following any of the analytics, clearly you've unlocked something that is beyond YouTube's analytics. And it just means that you're building an organic audience that just really like your content and they're just gravitating towards it in groves. And that's great. There's some people that are very sure and they just kind of lock in and they just find their audience that way. And I'm telling you that to tell you that whatever you started the channel for, try to figure out what that was and try to find out the different ways that you could deliver the content. You don't always have to do sitting style talking head videos like this. You may be a shower. Your content might need to be delivered off the sheer fact that you do voiceovers over you shooting footage. So for example, if I was setting this up and I was into vertical footage, I would just literally do a voiceover of me setting up the whole process and talking. It's something that I do want to do and venture out to do. I just never really make the time to do it, but I have to eventually because I want to try so many other different things. I was beginning to lack motivation because I felt like I'm getting stagnant. Not the channel, not the growth, not the subs, not the views and stuff. That is pretty consistent and stable. I feel like I'm getting stagnant because there's so many things that I want to try and do that I don't venture out to do. There's so many different ways of sharing my content that I want to share with people, but I tend to overthink, right? I'm like, well, if I share it like this, how will I do this? I need a strategy and this, and that. So it's good to have a strategy. I'm always going to talk to you about that because I've been where you were when you don't have one and you just turn on the camera and think that's going to carry you, and it's kind of not. You do want to have a strategy, but you don't want to do over-analysis paralysis. That's what it is. I need to not overthink it. Like there's so many cool ideas and things that I think of and I'm like, yeah, I want to do that. And then I don't turn the camera on. There are ways that you can inspire yourself, and I suggest like taking a walk, journaling, looking for other reference videos and photos, which is sometimes I do when I'm feeling super uninspired. I look at other color palettes and different fonts and graphics and styles of delivery that other people did, and I use it to inspire myself. But if you don't have a personality to where you cannot compare yourself, you will start to look at it in a different way. Like, you know what? I'm looking at this footage and everybody's so good. And you know, like, why should I even start doing this? You should start doing it because that's the only way to get better. I've gotten stagnant because I started listening to the voices, right? And the voices are the haters, you know, and they are not the YouTubers. They're not my subscribers. They're not my community. They're my people. They're people I don't even deal with that just have nothing better to do than to critique my work all the time. And luckily, I've been blessed with a gift from my mom to not care what people think. But did it cause me to overthink? Of course. Did I care enough to be like, you know what, I shouldn't do this anymore. I'm tired of being in the same location all the time. No, I didn't. I didn't care what they said about that per se. I more so just started overthinking. Like, well, maybe I should do this or maybe I shouldn't do this. And I was like, you know what, Janae, you need to stay in your lane, okay? If this is what you have to work with and you can't move around and go to all these places and make your life look like some sort of movie, like how things look on social media, you shouldn't penalize yourself because you get stuck into trying to satisfy other people and what they think, and you never will. You never will. You'll always find somebody who will find an issue with your content or your delivery or something you didn't do right, because there's a lot of people that sit back and they have nothing better to do but to critique and analyze other people. And that's what I guess excited me about all the people coming in, because people were like, oh man, I did 3 videos and I only got 5 views. And it was fun. It was fun and it was fun and it was invigorating to tell people like, yo, I've been there before, and don't trip off them 3 views. You got to keep going. And it was fun because people were seeing in front of their own eyes the effect of me continuing to keep going, of me not quitting. You're not always going to be ready. You're not always going to be prepared. You're not always going to be satisfied with the results that you put out. But I don't think that you should allow that to be a reason to stop. Take your little hiatus or your quiet quits or your breaks and then try to come back. Start small. You might have overwhelmed yourself too. And that's the thing. People will make thousands of shorts and thousands of videos like, oh, I'm making so much content and it's not growing. You might be making too much and doing too much of the wrong stuff. That's when it's time to pull back and really assess and do like a little test or assessment on your channel and be honest with yourself. And I had to too, because there was one point where I was pumping out a lot of content way back before y'all was even watching, before you knew me. And I would put surveys out and nobody would answer. So I would delete them after 2 or 3 days because I was like, embarrassing. Like, not one response, not one vote. Cool. Like, and I would call my son, real true story, and be like, yo, could you vote? Like, so I could have one vote. Maybe if one person vote, another person will vote. Even my own family and friends wouldn't vote. They'd be like, we'll post. I'm like, So you not even like paying attention to my stuff for real. So it took me time to overcome looking for validation, for looking for results and saying, well, why am I really creating? If I just keep going, I promise you, I told myself, if I just keep going, I'll see something, you know? And I still go through the journey of feeling really good, seeing, you know, results, being proud of myself, and then peaking, you know, is that a peak or that's a peak? Going down into the valley of like, why am I doing this? You know, am I wasting my time? Then I go up again. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm going to do whatever it takes. I'm going to continue growing. I'm going to continue spreading the word and being creative and pushing myself in my creative limitations. Then I plummet again. And I hate it. I wish I could just stay motivated. I wish I had the time to create and edit the way that I want. I wish I had the resources to create in different places. Like I've always wanted to be the person that was shooting a video in the chair, and then you see me eating an apple in the living room, and then, you know, you see me in my car driving somewhere, but I don't have the resources to be bouncing and bopping all over. Yeah, I just wanted to see where everybody went. And I hope this video reaches some of you who quit, or I hope this video reaches some of you who are feeling discouraged. And I hope that it reaches people who are stuck, like stumped creatively, like you have so many good ideas, but you don't know where to go. Maybe we can do some brainstorming sessions together. I don't know. But I am always wishing you guys the best on your journeys, and I'll see you guys all next time. I better see y'all. Bye.